Aw, did I do it wrong? Hold up. All right, now I did it correctly. I am still learning how to use StreamYard.
Question: Are we supposed to be
Yes.
streaming on the Big Dumb Monsters Twitch?
Yes, we are.
Because we don't appear to be.
Really? My Stream Elements thing says that we're live right now.
Interesting. Where's my refresh button? I wonder if that'll do it.
We're trying.
Oh, it's just giving me an ad. Oh, okay, now it's on there. Fine. Never mind. Just
Cute.
didn't want to do the whole pod and then realize we weren't live or something.
Oh, I would set myself on fire.
That's why I wanted to be sure.
No. Be quiet. The Twitch chat so I can see. Okay.
Yes.
Welcome, everybody. I hope you're ready to fight, friends.
Yeah.
Do we want to start with a little vibe check, though?
Hey,
sure. Bandit. Just, yeah. What's the vibe? How we doing? What's up? Anything new?
Not really. No. No. I did go to that concert in Toronto Thursday, so that's exciting.
Yes.
Yes. I went to see
had fun.
Yeah, Los Campesinos in Toronto. I drove 4 hours because of traffic to get there. I was in Toronto for less than 4 hours and then drove 4 hours home.
So valid.
So I got home at like 3:30 in the morning.
I mean, absolutely zero judgment.
Totally
I had a fun little breakdown. My hair is black now. So we've got that going. Yeah, I suppose not much is new. The most exciting thing I did recently was that I saw the Ghost movie, which my reaction to that is on the docket for today, because did anyone really think I was going to not talk about this to a potential captive audience?
Of course not.
It was fucking incredible. I had such a great time. The shirt that I ordered is not here yet, even though I pre-ordered it like the second it dropped, and some people managed to get theirs like to wear to the movie, but whatever. Of course I got the cup. This is the only time I've ever purchased a movie theater cup. And now it's mine. So I'm ridiculously happy about that. And do I want to do well? Yeah, I mean, over. So yes, fat spoiler warning if you are still waiting to see it. But oh my God, Copia, my beloved, he is safe. Was genuinely so relieved I could have cried. Also, I did cry, which again should come as a surprise to nobody.
Not remotely, yeah, surprising.
So that's what I've been up to. Is essentially the vibe. Still just kind of riding the post-Ghost high and waiting for new things, which is always exciting. And that's about it.
I will say that I was, I don't know if disappointed is the right word, but surprised / slightly disappointed to find that when I went to the Los Campesinos concert in Toronto, it was like a surprisingly young crowd.
And how did that make you feel?
It's weird because I like they've been a band longer than most of them have been alive, which I mean, it, of course, is a thing. You know, like that's just a thing that happens. But it's like, where did you people come from? And there were very few people that were like 30 or older.
My
And
condolences.
I really wanted to talk to like the band and be like, hey, so I've seen you guys 3 times before this, but it's been more than a decade since the last time.
Mhm.
And a lot of these kids were like starting school, like kindergarten, you know, probably the last time I saw you. Uh, I thought that would have been fun because I've technically met the lead singer a couple of times, but I guess they've gotten a bit bigger since then and they don't go
I
to the
mean,
merch
sure.
table anymore.
Oh, rip.
But it did tending to find like every week there's like something that sort of lingers in the back of my mind as a question that I overthink.
Mhm.
And this was the source of the thing that I was really overthinking this week. Is it weird for a band to play a show and not play like their first single?
Here's the thing. I'm gonna say no because, for example, like Avatar, they have changed so fucking much since their first single was released. Like, it took them like 2 albums to find their whole like evil circus aesthetic, and at this point, like their first single has absolutely nothing to do with what they've been doing for the past like 4 albums.
But what if they played other songs from that same album, the first album, but
They
not the
also
single?
literally never do that.
Well, no, but in this case, I'm saying they did.
I guess that's kind of odd,
Right?
but also, I mean, I can't really think of anyone else who does that because I mean, as much as Ghost can really do like quote unquote singles, or as much as they really did singles back in like when they were like starting out, like Ritual is the most popular song from Opus Eponymous, and that has been constant since they started playing live shows.
Yeah.
So like I get that. If they were to take out Ritual entirely but keep in like Conclave con Dio or something like that, I would find that a little odd. So I guess maybe.
Yeah, it seemed very strange to me just in the sense of like, oh, you know, they've been around for like 18 years, right?
Mhm.
And the first album came out like the year is this 16 years ago? And so I thought, and they've changed a lot as well. Like they only have 3 of the original 7 members. They lost their violin player and the xylophone player, so they don't even use those instruments anymore. So it would make sense, like, okay, we can't really fully play these songs because we don't have all the instruments we need.
Mhm.
But they played 2 other songs from that album, the first album, but not like the single, like their first music video that
Odd.
yeah. I know, it's been really bugging me and I can't figure out why. Because like I mentioned to you, they played a 5-song encore
Slay.
because everybody was chanting one more song. They came out and he was like, when you say one more,
We know that you're lying.
um, but they said that they've been doing a 3-song encore on that tour.
That's
But
what Ghost does usually.
yeah. But they felt like they didn't come to Canada enough and they felt like Canada kept, you know, getting cheated. So they're like, we're going to do 4. And then they played a 5th one anyway.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I mean, nice.
Yeah. Like no one was complaining, but all of that, they played almost 2 full hours and not their first single. It's just struck me as odd.
I mean, sure.
The problem is they just have too many songs and they couldn't possibly play all the ones I wanted to hear, but
Is that not the ultimate struggle?
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm gonna need you to help me out with something that I came up with like 2 days ago when I was talking to Kyle. I had an idea that I need help like thinking through to the end.
Okay. Sure.
And that idea is a gender inclusive version of Hooters.
So basically, we want parts hanging out of everybody, regardless of gender.
Essentially, yes. I want a restaurant that is staffed entirely of really fucking hot people.
Yeah.
but not exclusively women.
Yeah. So basically,
And-
everybody has to wear really tight shorts, really short,
Yes.
like booty shorts. Yeah.
Yes, booty shorts on everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, frankly, fuck it. You can be topless if you want. I don't care. But I was thinking about like how one would go about this, and it's like you're trying to appeal to everybody.
Yep.
Or that's my plan. And the thing that I was running into is what is like the best way to indicate what your preference for hot server would be as you are seated or at the like, you know, the little hostess stand or whatever.
Should you get a preference?
I feel like you should.
I feel like that makes it trickier because you don't necessarily have their preference. Like it depends
I
on
was
who's
thinking
cooking that evening.
and maybe this was like being a little too reductive, but I was like, maybe you could check a box that's like femme, mask, andro, anything.
Yeah, but I mean, what if you specifically want somebody who's agender? Like, what are the odds you're going to have somebody who is like a combination of masculine and feminine, like almost 50-50?
And this is where you would technically run into trouble, but I feel like there's something here. And maybe I'm just delusional.
Yeah. Well, I think the other reason the gender thing might be tricky is not the gender thing, the asking for a preference on gender. Because, I mean, I guess for each server, you can have them say what gender they are and to what extent they're masculine or feminine or, you know, that sort of thing. But I don't know. I feel like it opens the door in potentially dangerous ways.
That's the thing. I feel like it would get sticky, but I also feel like it's not a bad idea. And again, that part of me could be completely delusional.
I'm not saying the whole thing in general. I'm saying asking for preference. They just get whatever server they get, and you get to see all the servers as they walk around.
This is true.
I think in a gender neutral Hooters, the point isn't I'm going here to look at one specific gender, because otherwise, why would you go there knowing that everyone's going to be wearing booty shorts? Point taken. So you don't get to pick one. You just go and you get to look at all the beautiful people in their tight little shorts.
Okay, so then frankly, I was thinking about this a little too much. But what do we call it?
Oh. Well, first of all, I don't think women should be topless, mostly because I think that is a licensing.
Oh yeah, that makes you a strip club.
Yeah,
doesn't it? Okay,
yeah, I think
so
that gets
everything is form fitting.
Yes, yeah. So that's the first stipulation, and that's more just logistical.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh man, everything I come up with is terrible.
I don't even know if I want to pursue this line of questioning, to be completely honest with you.
I will not say what they are while we're being recorded and also streaming live. Because you got to think about
that afterwards.
Yeah, because there's got to be some sort of gender inclusive term for.
I feel like hotties is way too easy, and also just it's not good enough.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd have to spend a little more time thinking about it. You could take any word like that that's sort of generic, but then look it up in other languages until you find one that sounds exotic.
Possible. Yeah, but that really is kind of as far as I'm getting with that, which is a little disappointing, but...
Yeah. I mean, if we're focusing on the tight shorts, you could go with something there. I don't know what, but I think there's something there.
I feel like that's hard because the only like sort of formal name that I'm coming like... Because I'm thinking Daisy Dukes in my mind, but both of those words are very gendered.
Oh, I was just thinking like booties.
I don't think that packs enough punch, though.
Yeah.
This is difficult.
Yeah. I mean, I've literally not thought about it at all until you just brought it up, because I looked in our calendar event today and didn't see anything, and then it didn't occur to me to look in the episode guide. So
And that's a little bit on me. I have been rather thrown off recently, and I'm just now getting back to the point of like where I need to be.
yeah, but that's why I did not think about it in advance. Otherwise,
happens to the best of us.
I might have had thoughts.
And also, I feel like this is hard because of the sort of gender neutralization, at least in certain spaces of the internet, of some gendered terms. Like, I've seen dudes with huge pecs where people refer to them as boobs.
Yeah.
Just for funsies.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, there's that. But again, I don't really think that gets us anywhere.
No, not really. Sorry, I keep coming up with terrible ones that I don't want to say.
I'm so excited to find out what those are later.
The one I just thought about rhymes, and I was like, that's nice. And then I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to do it. Just not going to do it.
And here, I'm just trying to think of what it could possibly be. And I know it's going to be worse than anything that I'm coming up with currently, because I know you as a person. And
Yes,
you
which I
frequently
I've told
surprise people with the things that will come out of your mouth when you're not being recorded.
Yes, I have to hold back when we're being recorded, as you know, a professional woman who teaches college for a living.
Isn't that another annoying thing about existence?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But we can also always just generally, we can have this on the back burner for a hot minute.
Yeah. We can kind of think about it and then bring it back up if we have name ideas.
And that doesn't just apply to this specific episode. We can come back to this at any time.
I realized I didn't specify. I meant at a later time. But can I bring up another thing related to gender that's not related to your restaurant?
Absolutely, yes. Go ahead.
Because it was another thing that I was overthinking after the concert on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So it was first of all, it was a cool ass venue. It was like an old vaudeville theater. Very cool looking.
Oh my god, that's like where I saw Sleep Token one time.
Was that in Syracuse?
No, it was in Worcester.
Okay, I was
that's also where I saw Powerwolf and where I'm seeing Powerwolf again.
Because I'm thinking about going to a show in Syracuse in September that's in like a really cool looking old theater.
Oh, dude, I forgot to tell you about this. Fucking Gogol Bordello is coming to Albany.
When?
September, I think.
I must be there. You cannot fathom how amazing their live shows are.
Yeah, I'll send you the link I found, but it's like literally right near my house.
Going to that. Anyhow.
Also, fucking Gwar is coming to that same venue, which I will 100% be going to, because even though I am kind of ambivalent on their music, holy shit, do I want to be like fucking jizzed on by a giant alien puppet.
That's the thing. Even for like people who don't know who Gogol Bordello is, which for those who don't, it's a gypsy punk rock band, which is just fantastic. But like just the sheer like size of their group, they got accordion and violin, right, and all that.
Yeah, it's cool shit.
Yeah, like even if you don't know their music, like it would be incredible to. I've only seen them play live. Wait, once or twice? Twice.
I will send you the link to the venue website and all that stuff, and we can discuss. But yes, I figured that would be exciting news for you.
Yes, no, that is very exciting. I love them, and I haven't seen them in a very long time. Oh my god. 2006 was the last time I saw them.
No comment.
Yep. I know. You were 8 years old. Anyway, that was when Eugene Hutz, the lead singer, hugged me.
God. I wish that were me.
Yeah. But anyway, I was bringing up the gender thing.
Yes. What was the other point we were getting to?
Yes, because I got distracted by talking about the theater and then theater in Syracuse, and then yeah, it was a whole thing. So, it was this cool ass old theater, and it was one of those places that had the bathrooms in the basement.
Mhm.
And so I was like, oh, I'm going to go to the bathroom before the show starts. Go down there. There's two separate bathrooms, and each of them on the door just says gender neutral restroom.
Slay.
So it looked like the one closest to the stairs that you had to take down was pretty busy. So I was like, I'll go to the other one. I'll just walk down this hall to go to the other one. And I walk into it, and it's like wall to wall urinals and two stalls. I'm like, the former men's room, you know. But there was like nobody in there. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Not a big deal. So I go in the stall, go to the bathroom, open it up, and there's a man in the urinal directly in front of the stall peeing.
Oops. As one does.
I don't know what the etiquette is in these situations. It was very strange because obviously as soon as I saw there was a person there, I like avert my eyes and try to like scamper away as quickly as I can. But like, I think as gender neutral bathrooms become more common, like I think we have to figure out new ways of doing stuff,
Here's my other hot take. No matter what it is, it should be in a stall.
Yeah, and that's the thing, right? Like if we do move toward gender neutral bathrooms, should urinals still be a thing?
Just if that's still a thing, just put it in a stall.
Or like at least put it in like a separate section of the bathroom where there's like a wall that blocks it.
Yeah.
Because I don't mind if I see some random guy's stuff. Again, I'm trying to be very PG. I don't care if I see it, but I can only imagine what he thought.
This is also true.
He goes in, he's going to the bathroom. He has no idea there's a woman in the stall. But it's like, they said gender neutral, so I just went in this one. I didn't know.
Yeah, you treated it like a gender neutral bathroom, but no, that's my hot take. Whatever the fuck it is, put it in a stall. It solves just about every problem.
Yeah. But I just felt so awkward. I felt like I had to apologize to him or something. I'm like, no, it's a gender neutral.
It says it right on the door.
And there was a security guard right outside of the bathroom, and I wanted to walk out and be like, you couldn't have warned me this used to be the men's room and it's full of urinals. Like at least don't put the urinal directly in front of the stall. I mean, directly in front of the stall. And why did he choose that urinal out of all the urinals?
I know that's a dude thing. When you don't go like every other one or something, and some guy goes like, I know it's a whole thing that there's an etiquette to selecting.
But he could have gone to the
men's room.
He could have gone to the other end that wasn't close to the stalls.
Oh, I know. I just know that is a whole thing in and of itself. Kind of neither here nor there.
But that's also sort of the thing. Like when you sit on a bus or something like that, you don't sit right next to people.
Yeah, point taken.
But yeah, I just thought that was a weird choice on his part too. But I'm like, I don't really. Gender neutral bathrooms make me nervous for that reason. As long as they don't have urinals, I don't care. But I do not think he intended on a stranger seeing his business.
Which again, stalls only. That solves every problem.
I mean, yeah, there was an open stall. He made that choice to use the urinal, not knowing who was in the other stall. So
this is also true.
Anyway, I just thought it was very interesting.
Anyway,
I was overthinking.
We're good at that. Fucking professional overthinkers united. Yep. And there's a potential episode title between that and gender neutral Hooters. I'm always very proud of myself when I manage to come up with an episode title during the episode instead of having to like go back through it a bunch of times to find something like decently like snappy and relevant to the conversations that are had. But here we're going to debut a reoccurring segment that I'm calling Asshole of the Week. Not 100% sure if it's going to be an every week thing.
Yeah.
But it is going to reoccur. So I'm just going to read the post that I've selected. Brooks, if you want to take a look at it, it is in our schedule.
Over here.
So let me see. The user, not that the user even really matters because they're always throwaway accounts anyway. The account literally is throwaway edited pic because the title for this Am I the Asshole Reddit post is Am I the Asshole for refusing to replace a picture I posted with an edited version of it? This has been judged by the Reddit community since I came across this like 2 days ago. So we're going to set that aside for now, and I'm going to read the whole post, and then we'll discuss. My father's girlfriend is very active on social media. And also, by the way, as soon as you're into like my father's girlfriend, there's already a hostility there. My father's girlfriend is very active on social media. She usually makes at least 2 Instagram posts a day. I'm fairly certain she's trying to become an influencer. While I don't much care for that, one thing I've noticed is that almost every picture she posts is photoshopped in some way. Sometimes she makes her waistline smaller, other times she airbrushes her face, sometimes she does both. I don't know how noticeable it is to other people, but both me and my husband can always tell. My birthday was this weekend. I had a baby a few months ago and I haven't had time to do much. So last week, my friends and family threw me a surprise party to celebrate both my birthday and my first year of being a mom. I later made a post on Instagram thanking everyone, in which I included several pictures from the party. A few hours later, my father called me to ask if I could add a picture that featured his girlfriend to the post I'd made. I was frustrated, but deleted it and reposted it with a picture of me, my husband, our baby, my father, and his girlfriend. It was the only one I had of her at the party. Hours after that, his girlfriend sent me a photoshopped version of the picture and asked if I could replace the one I'd posted. She had changed her waistline, retouched everyone's faces, and whitened our teeth. I said no. While she's free to post whatever she wants on her socials, I don't want an obviously photoshopped picture on mine. She argued the picture I posted would clash with the ones on her page, and she didn't want her followers to see her like that. I reminded her that my account is private, and the only people who will see my post are my friends and family who already know what she looks like. When she kept insisting, I told her that either she accepted the unedited picture or I'd remove it from the post entirely. My father wants me to humor her. He says it would take little to no effort on my part to replace the picture. I'm aware of that. I just don't want to do it. I didn't even want to include the picture in the first place. I only did it because they wanted me to. I'm busy this week and dealing with this has become very annoying. Am I the asshole? Immediate thoughts.
Obviously not.
Yeah, no, not even a little bit.
No, that's insane. That's absolutely
ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. This reminds me of when fucking what is it, Kris Jenner like posted a picture with Gordon Ramsay where she like clearly like borderline yassified the man.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing by the way you emphasized it, the thing that really stood out to you as well is that it wasn't just that she retouched herself in the picture.
Yeah, it was
she did
everyone.
Everybody. She's
like, I don't know if I wanted that.
Y'all are ugly and your teeth are yellow, so I'm gonna fix that for you.
No, okay. And here's the thing, because one, maybe someone is a little bit insecure about one of their own features, and to have someone else be like, oh, I fixed this for you, like, that could fuck you. Like,
yeah,
I'll divulge some of my own personal journey with myself. I used to fucking hate the way my nose looked. I used to dream about getting a nose job. Like, I used to like try and pose in pictures so that you couldn't see the fact that I like have a little curve going on here, that my nose isn't like, you know, the perfect like fucking ski slope thing that they call it, whatever. I have been on a real self-love journey with that for quite some time, to the point that now I used to give myself a quote-unquote nose job in every video game like character creator I could think of. I would always give myself the like, you know, perfect straight nose. No. Now I make sure that my fucking schnoz is in there as she appears in real life. But if there had been an instance when I was younger, when I had not gotten to that point with myself, where something I was already insecure about at the time, my side profile, was visible in a photo, and somebody like was like, here, I fixed this for you. Oh my God, that would have made it so much worse.
Yeah, particularly if it's something you don't think anybody else really notices.
Mm-hmm.
Like if there's something you're really self-conscious about, but you've never talked about it, and you're like, I wonder if people also notice this and also think it's weird. And then somebody fixes it. It's like, oh my God, they noticed and they also thought
Mm-hmm.
it looked terrible.
No, horrible. You do whatever
Yeah.
you want to your own self in a photo. I don't care. Like, that's your
Yeah.
prerogative. You do not touch anybody else if you are retouching a photo. Or, like, you ask them.
Now I'm imagining somebody like erasing my freckles, and I'd just be like, I'm self-conscious about them. Can we just
Yeah,
can we not call attention to this? But
exactly.
yeah. Plus, it's like your idea of a fix might not be a fix to somebody else. Like,
Mhm.
I've never understood the obsession with teeth whiteness. Your teeth are not supposed to be that white.
No, they're
That's
bones.
not supposed to happen.
Bone is not like printer paper white.
No,
It
that's
never will
unnatural.
be.
I would be pissed if somebody tried to make my teeth that white. I'm like, that's not what, that's unhealthy. That is not,
It literally is not what bone looks like.
yeah. So it's like, oh, that's fixed, but I would, no, it's not fixed. I don't
Yeah.
get it. So
Um,
it's not even that she's doing this to other people, which is makes it so much
I'm
worse.
sure this will come as a shock to nobody. The Reddit community judged the original poster as not the asshole for refusing to replace the picture. I wholeheartedly agree. And I would like to look into a couple of the replies that we've got going on here.
I think a couple of other things that we didn't really mention that were really important there is, first of all, she already put in all this effort to delete the original post and make a whole new post at her
Yeah.
father's request. And so it sounds like she would have to delete the second post to
And then do it
redo
again.
Yeah, which is just insane.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, which, it wouldn't have been a problem in the first place. So if the girlfriend knew that this picture was going to be posted because the father requested it, like, why didn't she Photoshop it in advance? Like,
Oh,
but
this is the one I like. This person wants to start shit, and frankly, I respect them for it. NTA, not the asshole. Tell her if she wants to die on this hill, you will post the before and after on r/Instagram reality, which is showing people's before and after of
Yeah.
very photoshopped things, and see which one people like more. Listen, as a petty bitch,
no,
that's kind of funny.
I was just thinking about the ask people which they like more thing. Because I don't, that's the part I don't really get.
I mean, it's rude either way, but like, it's just so funny.
Because if they say they like the Photoshop one better, she'd be like, yeah, that's why I want it up there. If they say they like the original one better, she'd be like, oh, they're saying I look good, like as myself.
Yeah.
So either way, it's going to make her happy.
Also, by the way, I'm looking at this sub and it's wild.
The Instagram?
Yeah, holy shit. Man, some people must think everyone's stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nuts. Anyway. Yeah, I do like the top comment here though, which is she's free to post whatever Photoshop version of reality she wants, but on yours, you can post the real photos. Like, yeah.
That's what it boils down to. Your social media, that's your social media. Mine is mine. And that's the end of it. There's no, that's where this ends. And I would tell her, you got two options. I mean, I'll take it down or we leave it as is. And there's,
Yeah. And frankly, I also I wouldn't even give her that option.
Yeah.
Deal with it. You're a grown adult.
Yeah. I mean, the only reason I would give that option is if it made things a little easier on myself, because the person said in the toward the end of it, they had a really busy week and it was really stressing them out or something.
Yeah, and also OP Also, the fact that the original poster is a new mom, so like, you do whatever
Yeah.
the fuck you want to make your life easier. Like,
Yeah.
you've got enough going on. But yeah,
Beautiful.
I would just
way
leave it.
more important stuff. Way more.
Yeah, I would
important
just leave
stuff.
it. Fuck that shit, man.
And it's yeah, I mean, the part of me that's a little bit petty, my response would be, bitch, people know you don't look like that. Like, they know that you're not that thin. Like,
Yeah.
if they've met you, they know it's not real. So what's the point of this?
I
Who
mean,
is this
again,
for?
fairly certain she's trying to become an influencer.
Oh, right, I forgot that part already.
But yeah, even then,
Yeah,
who cares?
I'm trying to figure out how to put this in a way that it's not super offensive. I do not feel the need to do aspiring influencers any favors.
I don't either.
But that was the really nice way of putting it.
Mhm.
That was
And
very
nicely
diplomatic.
done.
That was very
That was
diplomatic.
very diplomatic. I'm proud of you. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna say resounding, not the asshole here.
Yeah, no, I don't. I think this one's nice and straightforward. Like, it is
Mhm.
very petty. You know, when we were talking about this like last week,
Yeah.
this potential recurring segment, we got to focus on the things that are really petty, things that
Yeah.
really don't matter, and whether a picture of you is photoshopped online or not really doesn't matter.
Yeah,
in the
that's
grand scheme of
incredibly petty.
things.
You will never see us weighing in on any of those posts where it's like, would I be the asshole if I didn't forgive this person before they succumb to terminal illness or whatever? We
Nope.
are not qualified.
Nope, no interest in that. Not really fun. Those
No,
are
not at all.
depressing and stressful.
We strive to be your break from the horrors, even if it's just for 45 minutes.
Yes. Yes. Which I know I brought it up, I think it was just last week, but I'll bring it up again. That one we did on the pod.
The wedding dress thing.
Whatever, half ago. I don't remember when it was. Yeah, the wedding dress. Like, that one keeps haunting me. Where
It would haunt me. I don't know, frankly, I don't know why it doesn't haunt me to that degree, because like, I don't blame you for being haunted by it.
Yes, which I guess the brief summation for those who haven't seen that episode is that a woman was getting
Yes,
married.
we saved the horrors for Monday night. Big
Yeah.
Dumb Monsters episodes. Can I? Oh, I love being back in charge of my own stream. This is great.
The basic idea is that a woman was getting married and she bought her dream wedding dress. It was something like $3,000 or $4,000. She saved for it forever, and her
Which,
fiance.
by the way, for like a higher end wedding dress, that's the low end of that.
Oh yeah, but it's still like a huge chunk of money. But the fiance's mother, so her future mother-in-law, wanted to try on the dress, and she was like, no, that's weird. It's my wedding dress. And long story short, basically, didn't he like try to wait until she was out of the house and let his mom
Yeah.
in so then she could try it on? And she took a picture of her wearing the dress and threatened to
And was,
release
like,
it to the family.
really gonna start shit, which, like, so valid.
Well, she was blackmailing her. She was like, either give me money for a new dress or I give this picture to the family.
And by the way, that is sometimes blackmail is the answer.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Fully on the team of the blackmailer here.
There are appropriate circumstances for blackmail. They might be few and far between, but they do exist.
Blackmailing your future mother-in-law for money to replace the dress that she wore without your permission? Valid.
That's one of them.
No, I just think about it all the time. Anytime someone brings up like Am I the Asshole post, that's always the first thing I think of.
No, as is you right. I am going to kind of like, trawl the sub weekly to see what I can come up with. If there's nothing good, then we'll probably skip. But I'm always on the lookout for 1, super petty stuff, 2, obscure hobby drama.
Yeah.
Like, this was ages ago, but I think we talked about this. Somebody was caught like putting lead weights in their fish at a competition.
Yeah.
And like the last time I went fishing, I was a child at summer camp, but as soon as I saw like the videos of everybody reacting to this, I was like, let me get my popcorn. I am so sat for this.
Yeah. Yes, and was that part of the episode, or it might have been what inspired the episode where we brought in our own hobby drama.
Yes. So I can't remember the exact episode off the top of my head, but if you find our hobby drama episode and then go back a little further, we weigh in on that.
Yeah, because I brought up the knitting drama where the or I guess more
oh my god, some of
drama.
the yarn dyer who like faked their death multiple times.
Yeah, they faked their death and pretended to be their own sister and all that
Insanity.
stuff. Yeah, fantastic. Which, by the way, I came across a YouTube account where she did like a long multi-part series like covering that particular hobby drama. And I watched it. Even though I know
if I do.
Yeah, even though I know the story, like every detail of it, I'm like, oh yes, let me watch this video that you put together. So I can once again hear about Mystic Fiber Hearts.
I am gonna, you know what? We'll link that for you when this episode drops formally on YouTube and Patreon and Spotify and all that stuff. We will have links for people to explore.
Yeah. I can't remember the name of the account offhand, but I'll be able to find it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But with all of having hit all of our bullet points for the evening, I would like to bring us to. Are you ready? Are you fucking ready? Watch this. The weekly worsening.
It's like a
it's like a news report.
Breaking news headline. Yeah. Yeah.
We are worse. How are you worse this week, bestie?
So as you know, I've been crocheting things for Mid Hudson.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got a bin full of those goldfish in my room. And I've
exciting.
done a few more shapes of dinosaur nuggets. I got this fabric so I can try to make the dino nuggets look like they're in like a fried food basket. So
amazing.
So I gotta sew that. But I've also come across a couple more patterns that I want to make.
All right.
Which has led to me buying more yarn. I went to Joann today and because I found one that's a cat. And so I found several kinds of yarn that'll look very good for cats.
So here's the thing. I can't even fault you for going to Joann because part of my worsening also involves the fact that I went to Joann and some things that I'm planning on making for the Big Dumb Monsters Network table at Mid-Hudson Comic-Con. But I will let you finish your story.
Yes. The other pattern that I really want to make, I'm still Nixie.
Hey, Nix.
Still trying to find some of the correct yarn for it. Although I did find some that's downstairs, but honestly, there's only enough to make one, so I'm probably just going to keep it for myself. Worm on a string.
Dude.
I got a pattern for it.
That's fucking genius.
The thing is, I want the yarn to be like authentic colors, and it's really hard to find neon colored like velvet yarn because that's what's going to make it more realistic.
Oh, yeah.
I found exactly one skein of like a neon pink that was the right thickness. They only had one left. And I was like, to be honest, I'm probably just going to make this and keep it for myself because...
But potentially coming to a future con,
yes.
Worm on a string.
Yeah, but I might just have to look online, you know, because I tried all the local craft stores. So, but yeah, that's I'm you know, even like the couple minutes before we were starting, this is a cat's face. You can't tell yet, but that's what it is. It's like sort of torty looking.
Aww.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm obsessed and I can't stop. It's getting out of hand. Yeah,
you'll have that.
But yeah, that's also I've rewatched Jujutsu Kaisen somehow in the last like 4 days.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Love that
Not
show.
surprised, just vaguely impressed.
Yeah, I love that show, man.
I kind of led with part of my worsening in that I dyed my hair again. And Brooks, you experienced this firsthand. How much time passed between, man, I think I should dye my hair, and me sending you a photo of the final product? Less than 5 hours?
was gonna say it was definitely the same day.
It was very much the same day. I
Yeah.
had the thought at work. I picked up dye on the way home, and then it was done. And I'm very happy with it. So, like, not like no consequences for me.
By the way, I have a green worm on the string in this drawer here, and I couldn't find it. But here I have a yellow one still in the package.
Nice.
So I actually did find a yellow that's this color, but it's not thick enough. But I think if I hold it double, I can make it happen.
Ooh. Do some
So I'm gonna try that out. Yeah.
And my other worsening is that I've really started to go like nuts with the crafts for Mid Hudson. I'm gonna start making some bracelets. So those will be available at our table. And another thing, the reason I went to Joanne is because I had to get fabric dye. I'm pretty sure I snapped you a picture of the soup.
That's why I was very confused. I'm like, why are you sending me a picture of black liquid in a bucket inside your tub? There was no context for that.
These old ass work pants that I don't wear anymore that I dyed black because I'm going to use them as the base to make like little like cross stitch patches that you could like put on a jacket or a tote bag or whatever the fuck you want. So that's a thing I'm doing for Mid Hudson that I'm really excited about. And also, I dyed a pair of pants and a shirt that were already black. I dyed them black again because they were fading and they did not match, you know, my cold black heart enough.
Sure.
So I also did that.
The crafting.
The crafting demon has taken hold of both of us.
Yeah. It's like I just can't stop. And it's like I have other things to do. My hands hurt from all the crocheting and I can't stop.
And also I'm very excited to make the Subvision patch for my own jacket.
Ah, yes. Hopefully that goes well. Still gonna cut out a bunch of we're gonna have so many random crafty things on our table. It's gonna be so fun.
Hell yes, it's going to be a very good time. But I think that I haven't played Fallout in a hot minute, which feels very weird, and I'm gonna be fucking doing that tomorrow. So tune back in, but that's on the Fighting with Friends podcast Twitch channel, not here on the BDM network. But yeah, it's been a hot minute. It feels weird. I don't know if I like it, but again, the crafting demon has taken hold. So like,
yeah,
I'm still we're still getting some enrichment.
Sometimes you have to exchange. You have to like rotate your hyperfixations sometimes.
Exactly. Oh, also, and this should come as a fucking shock to nobody. Ghost hyperfixation we reawakened massively.
Because of the movie, yes.
Because of the fucking movie. It kind of never sleeps. Yeah. Sometimes it just gets a lot more intense.
It's kind of like cats, you know, they catnap. They're never like super deeply asleep a lot of the time, just in case predators.
Yeah.
Predator in this case being a movie.
The boy, he was napping. Now he's licking himself disgustingly loud in the beanbag.
A dark void has opened up on my floor. I met a young Oliver today. I met a young Oliver today. He was 4 months old. His name. Ow. His name. I hate it. I hate it so much. His name was Brock.
Who the fuck names a cat Brock?
Well, I was at a mall, and one of our local adoption places has a like adoption center in the mall, and so they have some cats and guinea pigs. And so I was like, "Oh, I'll stop in and visit them." And they were all.
Was it just a random placeholder name for cat?
I mean, so that's the shelter name, I guess, is the point.
His shelter name was Spencer.
I know, but that's not bad.
It's not great. It's not bad. I'll give you that.
But it's not Brock.
You're my child.
There's something about the name Brock in general that's weird to me.
Disgusting little face to the people.
But yeah, it looked just like him, but 4 months old.
No.
And his name was Brock. And he was very cute.
We joke boy.
Yeah. Rock. Well, I mean, even worse, her shelter name was Solstice. Really rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, no, not a fan.
Solstice. And Luna's was Autumn. They had a whole theme going because they had
Clearly.
another sister named Winter that was already adopted. Yeah. But I'm going to Nickel City Comic Con this weekend.
I'm sure you will make unnecessary purchases, as one does at a con, and I cannot wait to hear about them.
No doubt. I just spontaneously decided I wanted a new anime shirt to wear on Sunday, which is why I went to the mall, because I'm like, well, where can one quickly buy an anime shirt? I'm like, Hot Topic. So that's where I went, and I got a bitchin' Berserk shirt.
Nice. I've already bitched about this. Hot Topic will not stop fucking torturing me with a targeted ad for ghost socks that match my ghost pajama pants.
I mean, I was going to say maybe buy them and they'll leave you alone, but they won't.
No, because I won't have bought them from Hot Topic. I'll have had to get them on fucking eBay or some shit.
Oh, right, because they don't exist there anymore.
Yeah. Just restock them. The ad has done its job. I will buy the socks. This has been going on for literally almost a year now. I actually left a comment on the ad one time pretty recently saying that exact thing.
No one's gonna look at that.
No one's gonna look at it, but it got it out of my system for a little while. And that's what matters to me anyway.
Yes.
So that's how we're doing. Hi. I'm sorry. Are you mad that I moved you? Oh. No, okay. He left, and I was like, oh, he's salty that I picked him up. And then he just came back in, stared at me, and sat back down in the exact same spot. Like, I came back, you didn't get rid of me.
He's like, I just wanted you to know.
Sure. Noted. All right. Well, I think that's going to bring us to the end of this episode. As always, thank you for fighting with us, friends. We appreciate each and every single one of you. We will be back again next week here on the Big Dumb Monsters Network channel. We will be live tomorrow on our Twitch channel. And this episode will come out on YouTube, Spotify, Patreon in 9 days. That's our release delay, right? Or our formal release delay.
So July 5th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. Okay. We're so together. We're working on things. Gonna keep getting better as we go. And now, let's see.
We're ending?
We're ending the stream. Here's the thing. I'm in control of this now.
Hold on, but I don't know if you can guess what I want to say.
No.
I don't know if I can say it. Toodaloo, kangaroos.
Oh, fuck off. Yep, we're done. We're done.